Owl.
So, welcome to tonight's episode of the Holy Rollers, episode 41.
Woo!
We are cruising right along. Very much looking forward to tonight, as we are back from last week of being off. We're glad to see Rachel and Kyle back with us this evening. Don't worry, last week was not wasted. We kind of broke out and are looking at campaign 2, kind of getting our feet underneath it and what's to come with it. So we're definitely excited about that. So more to come about that as we progress. We'll start tonight off like we do every night with a roll for prayer. I rolled a mighty 4, so
I rolled a 6.
Rolled a 7.
Who rolled last time, actually?
I don't
Rolled
remember.
a 9.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I rolled a nat 20. I just...
Oh, snap.
Yay, I have a 19, so you beat me!
well.
Hopefully that's not the only nat 20 I
Right,
roll today.
exactly.
That's right.
So
I'm
there
hoping it's
is.
first minute.
So I believe our net 20 wins. Rachel, take it away.
All right, sounds good. Dear God, I want to thank you so much for today, and I just thank you that we are able to get together this week and fellowship, as well as play a wonderful game. And I pray that you bless everyone watching and all the players. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Oh, and the DM.
Thank you. I love how you kind of slid that in on the backside, like that's going to save you from me killing you.
He's still a player.
He attempted last week.
Yeah.
Well, or 2 weeks ago.
He attempted
He
to.
did his
Yeah.
That was close.
Not sure how we skirted around that yet.
I did get a tad bit worried that that bad things were going to ensue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they almost
We
did.
made it, though.
Yes, we did.
By the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are joining, kind of a recap from the last session that we met, a team of Muriel and Mara and Zach and Terrence. Seth, not Zach. What's bad about it is I'm looking at his name on the other monitor. So, apparently, Zach is on the brain, I suppose. Anywho, the team managed to get around the outskirts of Stormhallow and found the magazine where the city guard and army keeps their black powder weaponry and things like that. Was able to engage in a little battle that took place in front of it, ultimately ending with the magazine being blown up, not by the group but by
rude.
by the enemy. Everyone lived, thank goodness. And we left off with Devyln and Albis making their way into the keep as a bombardment of the city began as the pirates have arrived. So, that is where we will be picking up tonight with Devyln and Albis making their way into the keep.
I'm still in the necklace.
Yes, yeah, you are still in the necklace.
I did specify that the second I got into the keep proper, I was going to find the nearest seemingly safe spots, bamf Albus out of the necklace, and then probably, unfortunately, have to take off the black armor to begin the stealth mission proper, because it got me into this point, but it's probably not going to be able to. From this point on, it's sneaky time.
Mm-hmm.
And heavy armor is disadvantage on sneaky.
Yes.
I need all the advantage on the sneaky.
You need all the sneaky you can get. Okay, so
I'm going to before we start moving, I'm going to cast disguise self on myself.
okay.
And so I'm gonna I'm gonna make myself a foot taller, so I look 4'9". Smallish, just like a small human, basically. Or have we seen dwarves in the army? Any like dwarves or other short people, or is it all humans?
From what you've seen, it's been mainly a human force. They probably vary in size from probably kind of the very low 5 foot range up to Seth's height. So I would say at that point that you could probably. I mean, they would definitely look at you like, "Wow, you're really short."
I think what I want to do is I want to do kind of like a page, a young boy.
Okay.
The same like the livery colors, but still I'm gonna make them stocky so that if they feel me, because I'm still stocky. I don't want too much of a discrepancy. I don't want to be too thin.
Right.
But stocky young kid, probably around 10 or 11, human boy, with the outfit that matches all the armor and stuff.
Okay.
I look like a page. So
And
I cast that on myself.
just to put a reminder in for Devlin that Terrence cast Death Ward on you.
Right, so if I drop to 0, I will automatically
Come back
bump
up.
up to a single hit point.
Yes. Just wanted to make sure that we remembered that. So
Yep.
that was one of the.
Devlin, do you have any health potions on you? I have some. I just want to make sure you do.
We established that everybody has one.
Okay.
I do have. He has 2 on him. 2 graders on his person presently.
And per
I have
cannon,
one
we have them.
regular and I have 2 greater. So
Per cannon, there's one attached to each person in a visible spot, so if they need to be fed one, it's obvious and we don't have to waste an action looking for it.
Last thing before we get off. Was there a cloak attached to Seth's armor at all that Devlin could use to kind of drape over his outfit to try and maintain some? Or was it more of armor with no extra accessories, even for a lieutenant?
Yeah, so with him being a lieutenant, yes, there would have been a black cloak with the livery of the Black Dragon and the fringe and frill and all that good stuff.
Yep, that's being put on top of all of what Devlin's regular attire. It's going to look really awkward, but at first glance, it's the same color, so hopefully, passing glances, it should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it will not send up to any kind of double take. How long does your disguise last?
it'll last an hour, but I can cast it multiple times.
Right.
Hopefully, we don't have to hang out here longer than an hour.
No. I've got two slots. Both of them are going to be reserved for invisibility. As soon as I have the goods, I am popping one, and it is getting out as quietly, but as fast as possible. You will get the gold. I will take one. That's the plan. When it doesn't go work...
If it doesn't work, don't worry about me, okay? You have to get out with the eggs. Okay? It doesn't matter. None of them, the others, they won't get out of this if you don't get out of it. So, if you have to make a choice, you leave me behind and I will figure myself out. I've gotten a lot better at this, plus you know me, I can make a mess.
That's why I called you.
And I'm kind of hard to kill, apparently. Just
Let's not have to test that longevity.
try not to, but yeah, I'm just gonna see. Maybe Jehovah's really looking out for us. We'll see.
This one's be a long shot. Were you ever when y'all were in this city a year ago, did you ever come into the keep proper?
I did not. I got into the city and then I run out because the mob got crazy. So I never was in the city proper.
Worth a shot, worth a shot. All right. Stay behind me. And we'll move out.
All right. So as you guys both make your way kind of into the interior of the keep, you kind of come to a centralized kind of front chamber that branches off in 3 distinct directions, not including the one that you came from. So you kind of have a circle, left, right, straight. As you look straight, a very ornate, large door to the right. Pretty long hallway from what you can see that looks like it probably turns and branches off in different directions. And then to your left, kind of the same thing, but some of the wall on that side has started to kind of collapse in on itself as cannon fire from the Stormbreak Sea has started shelling in, and with it being the largest building there, it makes the easiest target.
Unfortunately, I think those big doors are where the throne room and the scene of the crime was. Are probably not the smartest move.
Do you want me to see how far this disguise will get us? Or we want to try and just stealth around?
Let's try and not draw attention to ourselves if absolutely necessary. So, we will go right, because I'm assuming the ornate doors are leading into the throne room. So, we're going to... Devlin's going to go into the right passage, hoping that it will connect in.
I will follow about 15 feet behind
Okay.
Devlin. So that if one of us gets spotted, it doesn't necessarily mean the other one gets spotted.
Okay. So as you make your way down the hallway, you're probably within about 50 feet of where kind of the hallway ends. It splits again, left and right, kind of making a 3-way. And you hear the sound of footsteps.
Coming from which direction?
Make a perception check.
I'll do it. I'll give you.
Talk.
I give him advantage by helping him.
Okay, the first one's cocked, so... Wow. Okay, so... 19.
Okay. So from the way the echoes are coming in, you can tell that they are coming from the right to the left, and they are coming very quickly. Like, it's just a dut, but it's multiple footsteps.
Is there anything to hide behind?
There are.
I guess, look,
There's a couple of there's like a couple of larger like pots kind of in the hallway. There's also a few statues kind of lining the side. That, yeah, if you wanted to stealth behind, you could both make stealth checks.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I want to try and hide behind a statue.
Devlin is going to swan dive into a pot. Albus could theoretically get behind the statue and be okay. Devlin, maybe not.
A nat 1.
Not one.
28.
Okay. Devlin, you swan dive beautifully into the pot.
He looks like a page, though, so... Of the two to get caught.
He does, yeah.
Yep, that was why I did this, so I'm going to try my...
So as the footsteps become louder and they finally make the corner, you notice that there are several guards armed with their halberds and pikes, sword shields, and they're kind of beelining towards where, well, now they'd be coming directly towards where you guys are at. Devlin, you're completely out of sight. Albus, as they get to you, the main group of 6 continue to run past you. There's 2 kind of straggling behind, a little heavier set, not the fastest. And as they get to you, they kind of stop and look over and a bit bewildered. You there, boy, why...
Give a quick salute and be...
Why are you here? Do you not hear the cannon fire?
Yes, sir, but I was told to give a message, an urgent message to Lord Donovan, and I'm trying to find him.
Make a deception check.
$16.
16. All right.
Not bad.
I happen to know where he is. Can you get out of here?
If he's anywhere, he's in the throne room.
That's that middle door in the middle, right?
I'm going to pretend that you're not so dumb as to not know where the throne room is.
I'm just checking. It's scary out here.
And as you say that, more cannon fire hits the walls, this time coming in the hallway that you guys are on. And the cannonballs just like rip through brick and mortar, falling down further into the hallway, and they just kind of both shrug you off and continue after, their group of guys.
Okay, I don't know if this building's going to be structurally sound much longer. Let's just go to the throne room.
So I'll follow Devlin back
Okay.
back down there, and then we're at...
So as you guys make your way through the hallways, let me get over here real quick. All right. So by this point, cannon fire is almost to the point that it is non-stop. It's just as soon as you're hearing a cannonball hit the building, you're hearing the thunder of another cannon being fired off. I mean, it sounds like there's 1,000 guns.
So we will but the Lord Commander, the Lord Captain, but he's earned his reputation for a reason.
All right, so you make your way out of your plot. Albus, you make your way from behind your statue. Are you guys going back towards the central foyer, or are you going to continue over and go left or right?
What do you think, Devlin? We keep going, or should we find another way in? I think you're right. I don't think going in straight through the doors is the best way, because this fooled those soldiers, but I don't know if it would get us in the door.
Right. We'll keep heading down the hallway, trying to keep the bearing as close to where the keep is, to try and angle our way in. So it would be to the left.
Okay, alright, so you're going to go to the end of the hallway and make a left. Alright, so as you... Let me make myself a little map here. Alright, so as you go, you make that left and you go down, and you hit what appears to be a kitchen.
Occupied.
In it?
As of now, no. There is nobody in the kitchen.
I do a search to see if I can find, because I mean, I would imagine the kitchen's got to have like a non in like a kind of a side entrance into the throne room for when the king wants food, but doesn't want like everybody to see that. So I search to see if there's like a servant's entrance or something from the kitchen into the throne room.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Unfortunately, I don't think Devlin can give you advantage on this because he's not familiar with architecture like this. He wouldn't know.
25.
25. So as you kind of search around, you find behind, and it's not a very tall shelf, so it wasn't like it was being hid, if you will. There's a very skinny door, and you're able to just kind of slide the shelf forward. It opens up, and there's a narrow pathway, probably about 2.5, 3 feet wide, that runs for about 15 to 20 feet and opens up into a larger room. And from what you can tell just from peering in, it does appear that it leads into a dining room. And that would be on the west. That'd be on the west wall.
Okay, so back towards the big doors
Yeah.
then.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go first? You're better at the sneaky sneak.
Yeah. Sounds good. Devlin will maneuver himself into the crack and start making his way through.
Okay.
As soon as he has a bit of a wider... So obviously, before the entryway pops into the dining room, as soon as he gets a rough sense of the room, he wants to stop and kind of take it in just to get a sense, is it occupied?
Okay.
Without doing that as he's walking out potentially into a dining room full of troops.
Yeah. Nope, got it. Okay, so it doesn't take long to get through the hallway. As you peer in, actually go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
28. Alright, so you look in, the room is probably 30 feet wide, probably 60 to 70 feet long. It is a massive banquet hall. Directly, so there's a little bit of a wall off to the left as you're going down, as you're going through the tunnel. So you've probably got about 5 to 10 feet to your left before you hit the wall, and then the major width of the room comes from as you're in the hallway and you look right, and you can tell by kind of where you're facing that you're at the furthest length of the room, so you can see basically the entire length of the room. To the left as you're going through, there's a staircase. At the bottom of the staircase, there are 2 armed guards, and there are 2 what appear to be large, scaly dogs.
Would Devlin be able to recognize these creatures at all?
You haven't seen them. Albus has seen them.
Is there any cover directly outside as leaving the walkway into the dining room? Is there any cover to be able to duck down and allow Albus to come in and get a better view of the room as a whole? Because we're still only in a hallway with limited
Right. So just
peripheral.
just to the outside of the door, there's like a little screen wall that if you were looking towards the doorway from really any point in the room, you really wouldn't be able to see kind of the pathway there, if you will. So he would be able to get behind it and kind of peek around and peer.
Where have I seen these creatures before?
You saw them only one time, and it was, if I remember right, it was when the group faced the Beholder.
Mm-hmm.
Are they on chains with the soldiers, or are they?
They're not on chains. They're just kind of laying. They're just kind of laying there. They're being lazy boys.
So sorry, I have to give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh, he was doing that. So that was everything south. Staircase going down, so it is assuming the entrance with the guards and the dogs by that ornate door.
Correct.
What is on the opposite side heading up towards what would have been the dais? Now that we're inside the room proper, hiding behind the screen.
So you guys would be on the easternmost wall as you come in.
Mm-hmm.
The south wall is where the staircase is that has the guards and the what now you know as the small dragons without wings. On the north side, there is kind of a longer, almost banquet buffet table where food would be taken and kind of laid out. And then on the westernmost wall, it's more just pictures and tapestries and things like that. It looks like the only official way into that room is through the door with the guards and the little drakes.
Well, Devlin, I have a way that I can possibly. It'll take some spell slots, and there's a chance it could fail, but I have a possible way.
What do you got?
I have a spell that allows me to charm people, and I have a spell that allows me to charm monsters.
Monsters. If we can occupy the guards' time with beasts, I think it'd be much. I don't know about you, but
Neither of them require concentration, so if they're successful, I could do technically both. I think monsters first, for sure. Is there a way to get within 30 feet without them seeing me, or do I have to get up where they can see me?
So you could reach the one on the right from where you're at, but you're not quite close enough for the one on the left.
Okay, but are they within 30 feet of each other?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Wish me luck. Alright. And I am going to step out, start walking purposefully towards the guards. And I get within 30 feet of both of them, I'm going to use a couple of my sorcery points to cast subtle meta magic, so I do not have to talk or do anything, and there's no components, so it's just verbal and semantic, and the subtle spell allows me to do it without that. So let me see. So when you cast a spell, you spend one sorcery point to cast it without any somatic or verbal components. So I'm going to use one there. I'm going to cast a 5th level arm monster, which gives me 2 creatures, and they have to beat a wisdom 17.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's tasty.
They both fail.
All right. And then as I start to get closer, I am going to spend one more. Oh, that will be one round, and then 6 seconds later, as I'm still walking purposely closer. If you would allow me to take that turn, or if you want guards to take a turn, but next chance I get, the next round, whatever, I'm going to cast a, let's see, is it 3rd?
So I would say so when you cast your, I guess for lack of better words, charm spell.
Yeah, charm monster spell.
Are you commanding them to do anything?
Oh, so what it does is, it's charmed by you until spell ends or your companions do harm to it. Charmed creature is friendly to you. And when the spell ends, the creature knows you was charmed by you. Oh, it's basically, it sees me as no threat.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so at that point, so I guess an initiative roll hasn't been done, because the beast aren't doing anything that's alerted the guards yet. So at that point, you would be able to cast your next spell.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Armed Person at 2nd level, using one more sorcery point to get both of them. I have to do a Wisdom 17.
Okay.
If this fails, Devlin has an action he's going to do.
I'm fairly positive that worked. Yeah. That indeed worked. They both. One was really close. I had to go pull a stat block for a soldier just to look and see. But yeah, both of them. Both spells have worked.
And I'll just walk up to them and be like, "Hey, boys! Hey, good to see you again. I have an urgent message from Lord Donovan. He needs you at the outside the castle. Towards the front. There's a big duel going on right now, and they need your support."
They both. So they both look at you. They immediately recognize you, that like they've known you for years, and they wave and they take off.
And do the beasts go with them?
The beasts do not. The beasts just kind of lay there, and they're just kind of looking at you, and like,
Wave at them, and then I'll motion to Devlin to come on. And I'll kind of step to the side so that if they're looking at me, they're both like, that Devlin might be able to get around their eye contact. So I'll just be like, "Guys, it's good to see you. You guys like squirchies? Here."
Devlin's going to try and sneak by because the spell does not specify Albus and friends.
it does not.
Just Albus.
I'm gonna go to like one and give him scrunchies, and I'm gonna motion to the other.
I'm going to
one
attempt to stealth.
Scrunch. So
That's
if I can
going to
get
be
them both come over with me, and as I do scritchies.
21 to stealth.
Let's see.
I am sweating. Imagine if y'all.
You just beat a 19.
Oh.
Oof. That was on a 9 on the die.
Yeah, so Albus's scrunchies works somehow. Devlin, you're able to just kind of sneak in, kind of behind, and hop over kind of the banister. And
Flash a thumbs up.
okay,
Guys, you said good boys, good boys, good boys. All right, go back to sleep. Everything's good. Go back to sleep, good boy. And I will walk away, glad that the disguised self is like covering the sweat pouring down my face.
Alright, so before you lies the large, ornate doors.
Devlin is actually going to check first. Are they locked?
As you kind of push in on it, both doors kind of give and kind of begin to creak open.
Wait, stop.
Oh, he wasn't open. He was explicitly checking to see if it was locked first.
I check for traps.
Make a
Help Devlin
make a
check for
perception
traps.
check or investigation, whichever.
All right. Since I specified I was checking the door to see if it was locked.
That is an 18.
Okay. No traps.
I hear hear anything on the other side?
From where you were at, no.
I don't hear anything. I don't see any traps.
Okay.
Let me go first. I got the disguise. It's working so far.
Yep. So I'm going to phrase this. Is Devlin's going to start to push the door open enough that Albus could come in, like he is the page boy on a message. The second he is through, Devlin is going to attempt to use his cloak, Albus's cloak, to hook into the nearest obstacle piece of cover that he can to try and use him as a distraction, cursory glance just to try and see what the room has, if possible.
Okay. Alright. So as the door opens, the first thing that you see is it's almost tiered. There's a probably 3 to 4 foot concrete stand, followed by a smaller stand, and it's about 2 feet tall. And then on top of that is where the throne sits, facing the other direction. The room itself is roughly about the same width as the last room you were in, so you've kind of entered in through the central, basically almost dead center. The room left or right goes probably 15 to 20 feet in both directions, and it is as long as, from what you can immediately see, it's at least 150 to 200 feet.
How wide?
Total, about 40 feet wide. So it is a massive throne room. It's down. So you've got 40 feet total, and then about 10 foot off of each wall, there are stone pillars that run floor to ceiling that are about 2 to 3 feet in diameter, and they're basically set every 10 feet all the way down. The ceiling itself looks to be somewhere in the range of probably 40 to 50 feet high, with a huge hole torn out of the ceiling.
What do I? Alright, do I see a dead dragon or a live dragon?
You see a very dead green dragon, kind of midway between the throne and the opposite door from you. And apparently,
Anybody
my
in the room?
there we go. Sorry, I thought my pen died. I was going to be very upset. I've been using this pen for like a year and a half. What was the question?
Yeah, repeat.
Who else is in the room? Because that's dead Serolda.
So, surrounding Serolda are the guards that Muriel was able to see. They are still there. They are clad in black armor. They are facing away from the dragon, but basically right against her. Pikes kind of at the ready, if you will. Between the dragon and the throne, you hear a conversation. You both immediately recognize the voice of Donovan. But you do not recognize the voice of the other.
Devlin's gonna motion Albus to
I'm
kind
not
of
moving.
take cover by the door. He's going to, using the pillars, hip hop or bunny hop his way over until he can get a line of sight on the figures talking on the other end of the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure the door is closed very, very, very silently, and stick by the door, like trying to hide in the shadows or just behind whatever. I do not want to be seen, unnoticed.
And I guess I will give you the stealth roll for Devlin to move around the pillars silently.
Okay.
$26.
As you leave your perch, are you heading left or right? I guess not that it technically matters, but
He would hook right.
okay. So, as you hook right, the conversation, as you kind of make it there, the conversation abruptly stops.
The second he would have noticed that, he would have froze in cover.
Okay. Albus,
But he didn't get...
how close? Albus, how close are you to the throne? Are you still on the back side of it?
Yeah, I'm still on the back door. I did not get closer.
So you're close enough to hear the secondary voice
On the throne.
on the throne. Donovan, we are not alone.
Yes.
26.
All right, sorry, that was me. I apologize. I have an urgent message. Super.
As this is happening, I'm just going to state, Devlin is going to be looking for any of the eggs around the room.
Okay. So
As this is happening.
make a
Oh.
perception check. Albus, make a deception check.
Oh, thank you. Nat 20 for a 22.
13.
Okay. So as you kind of make your presence known, are you walking to the front of the throne or are you staying behind?
I'm staying behind.
Okay. So as you stay behind, there, just in a matter of a split second, Donovan is standing at the back of the throne staring down at you. I don't know you.
I know. I am. I was kind of brand new when this all started. I was sent with an urgent message by Captain Hunter. He told me that if I didn't deliver it, he would kill me. And so comes you. That's the only reason I'm here. I promise. He wanted me to tell you that there was a renegade that was challenging him for when I got it for leadership of the Eldritch Knights, and he wanted you to be aware. Apologize for the delay. It took me a while to get here with all the cannon fire.
So, after a brief moment, there's almost a... I think the only way that I would know how to describe it would be almost a sick smile that comes on Donovan's face. Oh, why's that not working? That's annoying. Give me a minute. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so, Donovan looks down from the throne, and again, just this sick smile on his face. You picked the wrong day to deliver a message. And he just points his fingers towards you, and he fires a few. Basically, just he's firing shadow bolts at you, mainly because, at least from where you're at, he didn't buy what you were saying, but disguise-wise, you're far enough that he thinks he's just hitting a kid. And so he fires 3 in pretty rapid succession, hitting you with all 3 of them. I don't think it's even going to be even remotely enough to really hurt. Let's see, so 3, 12. So 20. Yeah, so he hit. So the combined damage from all 3 of them is 38 points of damage, and it basically just flings you back from the back of that throne, basically to against the stairs.
Okay. Is any of that fire based that I'm resistant to?
No, it's this would be necrotic.
I'm gonna play dead.
Okay.
While this is happening, with that nat 2022, Devlin looking around the room.
Yeah. So on the throne, you recognize, not necessarily the name, but you recognize the person of who it is. It's who Muriel reported to the group was the one that just shoved his sword through Serana, killing her in basically
Instantly.
that one shot. Directly to the right side of the throne, basically at his right foot, there is a red, a gold, and a blue egg.
So the eggs are right there. Are his feet on any of them? Where is his eyes looking?
He is pretty intently kind of searching the room at this point. He has not stood up. He hasn't, I guess, really felt the need to stand up yet, but he is... He knows something is there, and he doesn't know if what he thought he heard was just Albus, or if there was something else.
Okay. The second Devlin sees the eggs are over by the throne, because it lasts an hour. Invisibility.
Okay.
Idea being, the second there's enough of an opening, invisible, he's going to go up and try and get one of the eggs.
Okay.
The second that there's an opening, it lasts an hour, but he's gauging.
Alright, so, Donovan doesn't stay hovering over Albus for long. Maybe 5 seconds at most. After hitting him, watching his body flail against the stairs, and basically you going limp. He turns and they continue their conversation. You're just kind of out of earshot at that point, Albus, so it's more Charlie Brown teacher, just kind of the that, and I imagine your head's a little ringy from, smacking.
Can I roll a perception roll just to see?
Make a perception roll with disadvantage.
How far away is Devlin from them right now?
You would be... You're probably at most 30, 35 feet.
Okay, so Devlin's can hear what they're saying presently.
Yeah.
With disadvantage, I had a 15.
Okay. So with your 15, you're kind of catching maybe every third, every fourth word. Devlin, you're able to overhear pretty well. They're continuing to talk about, and this is really the first time that you would have heard it, is the ritual. So Donovan is explaining in pretty detailed length of kind of what has to be done, and is explaining to him that once he has the eggs, that they will travel west to the crater of the fallen. There is where they will perform the ritual, as it's probably the closest. It's the weakest link between the planes to where they would be able to get Vathnagoth to come back.
Hmm. Okay. There's just the 3 eggs, the red, the blue, and the gold by the throne, correct?
Yeah.
Green is with Seralda, still decomposing.
Yeah.
Clearly. About how much time has passed since the moment that Muriel saw Seralda die? After this point.
So, Muriel would have seen Seralda die what would have been probably yesterday mid-afternoon. By this point, you're within an hour or so.
Oof. Got here early. The dragon on the throne is still just kind of looking around. Has he settled down at all?
He has settled down a little. Mainly just trying to listen and comprehend to what Donovan is telling him more than anything.
So he's paying attention to Donovan right now. Okay. And Devlin is 30 to 35 feet away.
Yeah.
What color is the egg closest to Devlin?
Blue.
So it's blue, gold, red.
Basically, yeah. They're more in kind of a bunched triangle, almost, if you will. Think Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so it's... Alright, I see what you're saying. Okay, but... So it's blue, gold... Okay. Testing. Still stealth. I'll roll a new stealth you need. Devlin is going to shift invisible outside the pillar. And he's going to stop.
Okay.
26 again.
You're good.
Okay. he is going to slowly inch his way forward. He's preparing the bag of holding. It's invisible because whenever he casts invisibility, everything that's on him is invisible. And he's going to have a hand out, moving forward. The second that he can grab an egg safely be the optimal, is going to grab, scoop, and turn. But he's going to start moving towards the egg, arm outstretched. So he's not going to like go to grab. It's watching them, arm outstretched, slowly making his way towards. If he can get the gold egg, he'll get the gold egg, but he'll get the closest egg first.
Okay.
He'll say 15 feet away now.
Okay.
Anything?
So far, you are okay.
Okay. 10 feet.
Still okay.
Five feet.
Conversation stops. And Donovan is kind of mid-sentence, and the figure on the throne just hits him with a quick, just hand in the air. And he's looking around. We'll have you do one more stealth. Then if you're not rolling at advantage, go ahead and roll at advantage.
It's not a net 20, but it's a 19 on the die. How about a 27? No, sorry. 19. I can't math.
20.
No, that is way...
29.
Yeah, 29.
So
It's almost as high as I can go.
your 29 just barely beats the 25. After a few seconds of him kind of peering around, he kind of nods to Donovan to continue.
You said it's the blue closest, correct?
Yeah, correct.
All right. Imagine 3 feet away is when an arm's length would be able to grab.
Yeah.
He will shift to 3 feet.
Okay.
He will wait a second. If there is no lull, he is grabbing the egg and commencing tuck and go.
Alright, so, as you grab the egg,
It becomes invisible as he pulls it into the... So if he's paying attention, it's just blue egg, then no blue egg.
okay, you successfully grab the blue egg.
Does he notice?
Not immediately.
Don't want to get greedy. Don't want to get greedy. Considering, yeah, he's just one egg burning and it's moving away. Back the way we came. All invisible, but moving away.
Okay, where are you where are you headed at this point?
So, all right, which direction did Albus get blasted? He got blasted the direction we came,
Yeah,
correct? Devlin is just going right back the way we came.
Okay. Alright. So within a matter of seconds, you grab the egg, get off of the top kind of pillar onto the second down, hop back, and beeline towards the stairs.
All invisible, for what it's worth.
Yeah. I'm assuming that you are grabbing
Albus, who will become invisible.
Who is now invisible. Are you slowly opening the door, or are you just blowing through the door as fast as you can?
Oh, if we can, it's going to be that side passage that we came through.
Yeah.
They expected us to come through the front door, so no, it's shook.
There's
Back in
still
that
a
side.
door, then.
Okay.
There's still a door. So it's going to be
Oh, right.
stealthily.
If we can, a stealth, like, the second it sounds like, oh, there's two dragons on our tail, then all stealth is out and we're just running. But if we can maintain that for as long as we can.
So within
Albus,
within
I
about
need your help.
6 seconds of you grabbing Albus, you hear
So you know that we.
just the mighty roar of what you absolutely know is one of the black dragons, and you've made it through the back door. You've hung the right to get back into the kind of the waiter's hallway as the ornate door just explodes into pieces, raining through the back of the room, ripping through the little Drake guard dogs there at the door, and
Aww.
they're just hot on your tail at this point.
But they don't know about the side passage, so we have a couple of seconds.
You've got a few seconds. Not many.
Okay. Not many. Is there any windows leading to the outside?
None that you would be able to get to within that room. All of the windows are
Okay.
basically at the top.
Great. Okay. So,
I'm going to do minor illusion. I'm going to create a sound, a whisper, on the other side of the room,
Okay.
in the opposite direction than us. It says I have a range of 30 feet, so far away from us as I can, 30 feet. It's going to be
Okay. Alright, so that I'd say that probably buys you maybe another few seconds.
at this point, unfortunately, we are taking back right through the hallway and then hooking left, and we are boarding it through the door to the front door, and we're just trying to get out of the keep. Because at that point, it's chaos outside, and it'll be a bit harder for them to find us, spot us. That's the plan.
So as you make it down the hallway and hang your right back into the hallway that leads you back into the foyer, you make it to the foyer. The front doors would be your left to get out. As you make the foyer, that door just like the one in the back, it just absolutely explodes at that point. So I'll have you both just make dexterity saving throws.
And I can save for none. because I can see it coming.
12.
18.
Okay. So Albus, you take a little bit of shrapnel. We'll call it 10 points of damage.
I'll use my evasion to take none.
Okay.
Nice.
And
Holding on to Albus as long as he can, because as long as Devlin is holding on to Albus, Albus remains invisible.
Yeah. Yep. So with you not taking a hit, I would say that you're able to hold on to him. Had you taken a hit, it might have been a different story. So at that point, you
I'm glad it's
guys,
evasion.
you basically just beeline out the front door, and as you do, there is just this nasty breath that follows you of just this massive acid wave, just kind of hot on your tail, and you're just far enough ahead that at the end of where the cone would be, you're able to safely get
That
out.
spell saved our butts, Albus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And we are running until the invisibility runs out.
Okay.
But we are running into the town, back the way we came. So at this point, what is left of the druids, the duel is over, so I imagine that what is left of the guards is either infighting or has been defected over to Raja's slowly growing army.
Mm-hmm.
What is the present status of things?
So
While we still have the element of invisibility.
yeah, so as you kind of make your way back out into the city proper, it is utter chaos as the cannon fire from the bay kind of continues. It's less on the keep now as it's kind of spread to the ramparts, the towers kind of right there against the bay itself. And yeah, you've got a mixture of civilian and soldiers kind of running around without any like specific direction. It's utter chaos. Hence the chaotic music.
All right. Invisible, Devlin will pick up his sending stone. Because I believe Devlin had... does Raja still have Devlin's sending stone, or did Muriel?
Don't ask me those things. I don't know.
Muriel has it?
I know I had yours. Because
Okay,
I
we did-
contacted you when you were looking for
Right,
your dad.
right. So, toasted, patting yourself down after nearly getting blown up. Meow, 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 meow.
I pick it up immediately. Oh.
We got one. We're hauling ass.
Well, move. Why are you wasting time talking to me? Go, go.
Devlin? Okay, he's gonna... Alright, Albus, here's the problem. I have to get this to the sea immediately. This has to immediately get to Ganda.
Go, go, go!
Are we
I'll-
near any of
I'll
the
open.
griffins that are still around?
You guys might be.
I'm gonna hop off of Devlin. I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself again and change myself to look more like a soldier, just a super short soldier, but with a helm and everything. So there's no identifying features except that I'm a little bit shorter.
Okay.
And then I am going to look it in kind of a parallel direction to the way I know that Devlin was initially going, but I'm going to go at least on the other side of wherever we are, going parallel to that, so that I am a good 60 feet away, so that if I get blasted by a dragon, he's nowhere nearby.
And Devlin is going to start turning and running directly for the bay. Directly. The second invisibility runs out, I'm just casting invisibility on myself again.
Got it. Okay.
Full tilt, running for the ocean. I can breathe underwater. I just have to make it there.
Mm-hmm.
All I have to do is just make it there.
Okay. All right. So, as you make the beeline towards the docks to get to the sea, Albus, what are you doing after you transfigure yourself?
I am looking at, like I said, in parallel direction, so in that general direction, but 60 feet laterally
Okay.
from where he was, and I am looking for those dragons. I'm keeping my eyes out to see if I see dragons.
Okay. All right.
Just let me know if I need to do that my invisibility runs out.
Okay.
Because I did say I will cast it again, just so.
So let's do a group check. Mara and Muriel and Terrence, you guys are still. Where are you?
I think we came back
We're-
around.
We're licking our wounds in the rubble, was what I understood us to do.
Got it.
Oh, are we still there?
Yeah.
I thought we started.
That's
our
what
way
I
back.
was.
Okay.
That's what I was
thought. I
thinking.
couldn't remember.
We have one of you at like 3 HP and the other at like 8. My intention was not to bring us closer to 2 dragons.
No, we did some healing, so I don't think we're that
we
low.
did.
But
That's right. That's right. We did the short rest. Forgive me.
but we're not exactly all the way up there yet. So
You can use all the dice at your disposal. Don't hold back. Okay then. Well, I forgot we had healed. So if you're comfortable, we're making our way, like you said.
no, I wasn't sure if we were or not. I don't remember
was-
where we stopped.
The minute you said that we had healed, it occurred to me that we were starting to make our way that way. So you're
Okay.
right. I was wrong. It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
We-
So I would say that we are heading back on the ready.
Okay. So heading back towards the farm.
Probably, yeah. We're trying to get back there.
Got it. All right. So as you guys, I would probably say by that point, after resting, you're probably on the north side of the city by one of the north gates that you would have passed as you were getting to the city. Devlin, you're now south. I would say that you've recast your invisibility. You've made it to the water. Albus, you have made it kind of safely to the gate that you and Devlin made your way into the city. Raja,
A little late.
Raja, I'm assuming you're still in the city.
Raja and his platoon battalion was on their way to the big explosion that was caused by Seth, Muriel, Mara, Terrence, in hopes to rendezvous. I don't know if they necessarily made it that far with them taking a rest and Raja's group essentially not taking a rest.
Got it. Okay. So by the time your group made it to the magazine, they had already made their way toward the north. So you've basically gone, whoop, and they've gone up and over.
Okay, so at this point, we see a dragon exit the keep, I presume?
You would be correct, but we'll get to that momentarily.
Okay.
So, my northernmost group, as you kind of look towards the city, Albus, as you're making your way out the door, Raja, as your group looks to the west, and Devlin, whether you're stopping or not, you hear just a thunderous crash as the remaining top of the keep just collapses in. From within, you see two black dragons exit, wings spread. One just dwarfs the other. In the claws of the larger of the two, you see the corpse of Seralda. As they begin to flap their wings, they immediately head off to the west with a quickness.
What's Trisna doing?
Trisna at this point, her and the few druids that are still left in the sky have kind of diverted kind of towards the keep and have kind of started taking little pot shots back and forth with the smaller of the two black dragons.
There were 2 other dragons there. There were 4 dragons there. No, because 2 flew off.
No, one flew off.
Yeah,
With-
just the
with
so just the
Seralda
the
in his
larger of the
clutches.
two with Seralda's body is the one that is taken off. The smaller of the two has kind of made its way up, has kind of engaged in a little kind of spat back and forth with Seralda and the druids, and let's see how that's gonna go.
Hopefully, Orange Sail decides not to be a bad word and doesn't go, oh, look, I could add Dragon Slayer to my repertoire and immediately start bombarding them.
Right.
Or if he does, to take the black one out.
So, fairly quickly, the black dragon starts to handle the druids pretty easily. As you watch as 1 falls, 2 falls, 3 fall, 4 fall. Seralda, after taking a few hits, kind of
Krishna.
Trisna. As she kind of goes in from the south and banks north to engage again, she takes a pretty solid shot across the chest, and she immediately banks off to the west and heads back towards the farm. Followed by 3 druids. As the pirates in the bay kind of continue their shelling, they do take a few shots towards Donovan, him easily dodging the incoming cannon fire from them. And then he, after kind of circling the city a few times, probably looking for you, Devlin, also heads off.
Invisibly
to the west.
flipping him off.
And probably within a matter of minutes, they are out of eyesight.
I'm gonna call. Who's the recipient of my doodad, my sending stone?
You have...
Isn't it me?
Yeah, I think you have... Your stone connects to...
To Terrence.
No, Terrence.
Okay, then I'll just reach out to you psychically instead.
Yeah, because I'm next to you.
Yeah, like, that would be awkward. So, I call you and ask you, or I not call you, I use sending. Have you returned the egg to the sea?
Has Devlin reached the bay by this point? Because he was just he'd be running.
Yeah, by this point, yeah, you're basically almost at the end of the dock.
In 3, you hear it mentally, in 3, 2, and he is going to running leap, hook himself off of the dock into the water.
Okay.
I'm watching the scar on my wrist.
And the second he is in the water, he's going to start swimming down, down. Psychically, Jormungandr, I have an egg. Jormungandr, I have an egg. Jormungandr, I have an egg.
I'm going to be calling Mara. I don't know what Mara's ringtone is.
What is Mara's
I
ringtone?
think it's Baby Got Back.
I don't think so.
It is
thought
now.
it was. I thought it was Baby Shark.
Baby shark.
Yeah. More innocent. I'm gonna tell. I can hold on to this particular conversation until the 25 words are used up. So just stay on, Devlin. Good enough.
Don't you think the words, not speak them?
It's if it's psychically rendered words, it's psychically returned. So yes.
So Albus was calling Mara.
Albus was calling Mara.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Glad to hear you're still alive. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm alive, barely. I'm outside the city on the east side. Where are you guys? You guys okay?
We're heading toward the farm, right?
We're on the north side. We're quite a bit of ways away from the farm, but that is where we're thinking is heading towards the farm.
Okay, we are on the north side, heading towards the farm. Can you meet
Okay,
us
I'll
there?
meet you
As
there.
we see a massive fire going on.
I will.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm outside the city, I'm gonna drop this guy's self and just book it to the farm.
Okay.
So Trisna basically just like brought one of the black dragons over to our safe place.
No. So the Black Dragons left, basically where I'm pinging.
Oh.
So they
Yeah,
headed that way,
went out
and
that way.
we're gone.
So did we stop the ritual, or did we just like slow them down? Do they still have enough eggs to do this?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
We assume. Yeah, they wouldn't have. They would have done it without waiting on Seraldo's egg if they did have enough. So yes, we are all but certain.
I'll wait until I get there. But when we all get together, can we say we're all together?
Yeah, probably after, after a few hours, everyone has made it back to the farm. Stormhallow
Listen,
just
red,
remain. I
orange.
think that's probably the best way to picture Stormhallow right now. Is just in flames and ruin, as you guys have managed to destroy the city not once but twice in this campaign. So
So it looks like the riots.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey, when we do a job, we do it right.
that's right. And if
If
we
we
don't do
can't
it
get-
right, we come back and do it again.
That's right. If we can't get kicked out of it, we burn it down.
That's right.
And we're the good guys.
To be fair, there wasn't much of it left.
Oh, this is true.
Like, not to be pedantic, but it was already in shambles when we arrived.
Oh, that is very true.
If they wouldn't have kept the explosives so close to the castle, they'd been all right.
I mean, that was on them,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
To answer your question, Mara, I think we slowed them down, but if they want to perform that ritual bad enough, I mean, the big one could just kill the little black dragon, and there'd be another egg.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Do we ever
mean-
figure out if it matters what color they need?
It does
No.
not.
I don't
As
think
long as
so.
they have-
It's power.
One of each color, more or less. The gold was just kind of a wild card, more or less.
I assume black. I mean, because the colors were blue, green, red, black. So if
Mhm.
it was going to be blue, red, green, and gold, and now it could be blue, red, green, gold, and black. And gold would still cover a wild card, basically.
Yes.
That would be one less dragon we'd have to fight, but we still have the big one, and we gotta go find him. But Devylin was close enough, and he overheard. I overheard bits and pieces of their conversation. I think between the two of us, we know where they're going.
Then I guess it's time we go there.
Let's see if we can get. We'll need to hurry, but let's wait a couple hours and see if Devlin comes back. We need to talk to Tristan about possibly getting a ride.
I was about
Yeah.
to say.
Well, I was gonna say there is no way that we're gonna be able to fight off anything in the condition we're in right now. We don't have enough spells. We don't have enough strength.
But we did delay it, so we should
Yeah.
have at least, I mean, minimum 24 hours, because if the big one decides to kill Donovan, they have to get to their location, and then he's got to
He's got to turn into an egg. Yeah.
True. Andy still has to wait for Seralda, so.
So there is
Seralda-
one thing that's actually kind of in your favor that mechanically no one has brought up. Donovan is too young to be used as the fourth egg.
That's right. I think we discovered that already.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Only one
yeah.
holds power to become an egg, and that's considered the oldest of the color, I believe.
Ancient. Yeah.
Yeah, the most ancient. So if there were
So-
like two ancients
So
of
if
one
we
color,
If we can have Muriel talk to Donovan and convince him that he's stronger and like kill off the ancient dragon for the egg, maybe they would kill themselves, and then we wouldn't have to do anything.
That would be ideal, but Donovan is still a threat. He's the one who burnt down Stormhallow initially, recall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but what
but
if Donovan
if-
attacked a big
Kill
guy?
Donovan, that'd be easier than killing an ancient dragon, right?
That is
Yeah.
true, but what
Well-
makes you think he could kill an ancient?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
this-
because that would take conniving and
Well, he has balance fate.
but yes, and he does, but it will take time. He's not going to just be able to be like, oh, I need an egg, I'm going to kill you. I mean, that black dragon, you said that he one-shotted Sorelia.
The ancient that flew off, the black ancient. We gave him. What was his name? Hang on, Thor.
All I can
Galtharax.
think of is Thorazine.
His name is Galtharax.
I know
Boy,
one
that was
thing. If
difficult.
we ever like need a new job, we're naming new medicines.
For real though. Oh my gosh.
I'm just
Gal-
saying though.
But to
Like-
be fair, she one-shotted her in her human form.
That's true.
But
Okay, but
the point
even
is that sorry, Mara, I will let you talk in a second. I apologize. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is that that Galarax is really powerful, and that Donovan, he's still really young, so he can't. It's not going to be a quick, easy thing for him to kill Galarax if he decides that that's what he's going to do. It's going to take some planning and some time. Not that we, it just means that we have some time, and maybe not a lot of time, but we're not like on the deadline we were. We were on we had like an hour before. Now we might have days. So I think we extended our time. I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
it's okay. I'm used to being talked over.
Oh,
All right.
Um,
Dang.
But
Jeez.
he's shorter than you.
Burn.
I'm just saying, like, even if Donovan does fail and the ancient dragon like kills off Donovan, that's still one less dragon that we have to deal with, and he's crap out of luck because he doesn't have enough eggs to do the ritual.
And I can't imagine there's a plethora of ancient dragons just wandering around. I mean, we had to go to the other
Right.
side of the planet to find a golden one. I mean, it's
Let's just hope they don't target.
I was gonna say
Trista.
we would probably need to make sure Tristan is avoided at all costs at that point, because I'm sure 2 gold eggs wouldn't harm the
Oh.
process.
and we don't know how old Tristana is. She might not be an
She is an
ancient.
eight. She, I think we established.
Hey
she was.
Tristan, how old are you?
Her mate was an ancient, and she's in that size
Hey,
range.
you know what? She might like dating older men.
That's fair. We all have our type.
Well, this is all going on. And Devlin's just torpedoing himself down and down and down and down and down and down. Again, just psychically, Jormungandr, I have an egg. Jormungandr, I have an egg. 2 things we're trying to go through. Devlin is, first thing after the handoff happens, he has to go pay his debt with Tornsail. So hopefully this happens before Tornsail gets bored and thinks Devlin. But is there any reply, anything as Devlin is progressing deeper into the bay, deeper into the depths?
So as you make your way deeper and deeper into the ocean, you hit a point to where basically you're surrounded by darkness. As you've made it down far enough that the light from the sun just cannot make it to where you are. There is a sudden, almost crack of light, what appears to be from underneath you. As this almost like vortex kind of begins to swirl out of the deep. You have done well.
He will hold out the blue egg.
This one little branch off of this vortex, maybe no bigger than a person's hand, just kind of swirls up from it. Almost like going to the car wash and using the vacuum there. It just kind of gently takes it and sucks it down into the vortex. It lasts maybe a few more seconds, and then just as quickly as it came up, begins to descend back down, and the light begins to fade. You only
Am I square?
you only see 2.
A step in the right direction.
Well, I had 2 to begin with. The
Oh,
third
you had
one
3,
would.
right? Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
you're
had
right. Go ahead.
2. I had 2.
Okay.
Oh,
We were
you
waiting
did-
for the
you
third.
did have 2. You never saw the third, so you have 1.
He kept
Is
checking
mine
because he.
still there? Brayden,
What?
is mine still there?
No,
Mine left?
yours is gone.
In Primordial, mixed with Draconic, as the light dissipates, Devin will call out. The terms of the final deal are still in effect, though.
You just hear in the back of your mind,
And before he swims up, and that goes for you too, Lady Ashara. and if you'll permit me a little, by the time he reaches the surface, he's going to be swimming towards the pirate ships.
Okay. You surface. Pirate ships are not even. I mean, they're not even a quarter of a mile from where you surface, because it kind of all happens right there in the bay. So yeah, you're able to make it fairly quickly to the pirate ship of what you would know is the basically capital ship of the fleet.
And you're probably going to have me roll for this. I'm going to Jack Sparrow so that when Torntail turns around, I'm just going to be standing there on the side, just kind of holding on to the rigging.
I will. Yeah, I will have you do. Let's not have fun with this. And you're going to do a dual roll here. Do a stealth check and then a performance check. Because you might make it up there, but you could fall on your face.
The stealth is a 30.
Okay, yeah, you're pretty
The
good.
performance is a 19.
Okay. Yeah.
Jack Sparrow it
so,
is.
Yeah, as as Torncell turns around, there you are in all of your Devlin glory and just
Ripping salt water.
Just soaked wet, but you still look dapper as hell.
Mm-hmm. Lord Captain.
He gives you a quick smirk, and that's exactly where we will end tonight's episode.
Ooh!
So bad, so bad. Oh, oh. Oof.
Well,
There was so many ways that could have gone so bad.
oh, definitely,
Good job.
without a doubt.
Every time you guys moved, it could have went bad.
Yeah.
Yay, team.
Yep. Well, hey, if you were able to join us tonight, thank you for joining. If not, I will try to get the videos up. The one from the previous session still isn't up. That's on me. So I've got 2 that I need to do. I'll try to get them knocked out over this long weekend. That way, that is done. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Come join us. The campaign is slowly wrapping up, and we'd love for you to join us in finishing it. So, till next week, God bless, and we will see you next time.